Peace. Welcome back to the Absolute Boss Collective. This video is an update on ticker symbol SIGA, Siga. We're going to get right into it. There's a lot to cover. On the 29th of July, I made a video pumping Siga pretty much. Okay. Then what happened? The stock crashed. I know at one point it was down about $7. Fortunately, if you review my video, I never said to buy it. I also gave you guys some other tickers to look at. So I just kind of want to touch on what happened. Share with you some lessons from this experience and kind of touch base on where Siga may go. As you guys know, there has been they've been beating the drum on Monkey Pox. Okay, so it's stepping up. There's really nothing for me to compare this monkeypox drama with other than COVID-19. That's not to say that things are going to play out the same or that Siga will perform like Moderna or any of the other big dogs that capitalized off of that situation. In that video that I dropped last week, I did tell you guys that I was holding on to a September $25 call. Okay? And that is the reason this video is called 25 to Life. Okay? We are still on course. So let's kind of recap and review what happened. So I traded the open and I stepped out. And when I stepped out, I noticed that Siga was pulling back. Later on, I did notice that she broke down. She was down maybe $2-3 at one point. And either when I got to the doctor or when I was leaving the doctor, she had recovered most of that retracement. And I was kind of like, okay, we're going to go back up to the moon. By the time I got home from the doctor, I saw that Siga had broke back down. And most importantly, she was halted. After the halt, I jumped into a put for the same month, December. I just randomly took the nearest put, which at that time, it was a $12 put. Didn't know what was going to happen, you know, and Siga is a pharmaceutical play, you could say. And typically these things have wild gyrations and wild moves. And you really have to be informed and be in the know. Now, if you check my last video, if you check my show and prove $500 challenge video, you will see that I just started flirting and dancing with this joint for the monkeypox play, just to get some cream off of the hype of this particular issue. So I wasn't fully aware of all of the different challenges that this issue may have. So let's look into what happened. You have the FDA provides an update on agency response to monkeypox outbreak. Okay. So in light of that, you see this article from Seeking Alpha. Siga Technologies drops 32% after FDA monkeypox update questions company antiviral. Okay, so these are some of the things I saw when I returned from the doctor, and I saw that the stock was halted and all of this stuff. These are some of the things that I saw. So I'm immediately trying to ascertain what the issue is. I'm thinking in my mind that it's a shakeout by the big boys. This is really the crux of what made the price fall, because there was a statement where the FDA said there is no FDA approved or authorized medicine for the treatment of monkeypox disease. Okay, stop right there. So typically you have big boys or people who have algos, and these algorithms will read this FDA commentary. And when they see something like that, they may begin to react. And the big boys is the only ones that could really move a stock. So when they start dumping shares, the price is going to fall. Okay, so this was all the rage on stock twits, on Twitter, even on Facebook. Okay, now as I started to do more research about it, or even if you take this very same screenshot from the FDA, it says, however, TPOXX, an antiviral medication, is being made available through the CDC under an FDA authority called expanded access or compassionate use. Everybody was all caught up on the first few sentences of the statement, but didn't go and look at the next piece. Okay, let's look at my put, 1205 put. I lost $84 on that. Let's look at my $25 call. I lost $162 on that because on Monday, the 1st of August, I closed both. I could have held the $25 call. I could have held the put. I could have tried to manage those positions, maybe buy another $25 call, something like that. I chose to dump it and reassess. So this is as of close of business, Friday, August 5th. Okay. We were up $3.83, 19% on the day. Okay. And we're at $22.90 after hours. Okay. The high, which is now a 52-week high, was $23.87. So we closed just a hair off of the high, which is very good. They also announced earnings on Thursday the 4th. So Siga was up 12% Friday morning, or at some point during the day on Friday, Siga was up 12% based off the strength of the earnings on that were announced Thursday after close. As you can see, I was, negative on it. I had taken that loss on the $25 call, on the $12 put. Yet I've been trading it. And I've been able to recover my losses on this particular issue, and I'm going to continue to ride it out. And the reason why I'm going to continue to ride it out is because they keep talking about it. And I just wanted to share with you guys some of the lessons that we learned here. One, when you're dealing with an FDA or any kind of drug company, there's going to be wild gyrations based off of what the FDA has to say, or what comes back from the clinical trials, XYZ. These things are highly volatile, especially in like a clinical stage or an early stage. It is very, it's up in the air. It's not even 50-50, because the FDA can come back and say, we're not digging this particular issue, and that's it. It's over. It's a wrap. So when you trade these things, make sure that you're comfortable with the risk that is involved. See, even going through this situation and experience, coming home and seeing that my issue was halted, the issue that I just made a video about is halted, I wasn't really shook. And the reason why I wasn't shook is because the amount of money I spent on this $25 call, $380, I was perfectly fine losing half of it or even losing all of it, because I know the nature of that play. So it was no big deal for me. Right after the halt, you know what I'm saying? I could have dumped the call. I didn't want to dump the call, so I chose to protect myself. So as soon as the halt was over in the stock, I jumped in and purchased the put to protect myself. Okay? And I held that through the weekend. So, you know, had we gotten any type of announcement over the weekend saying that, you know, Siga was going to be bought out by Pfizer for $50 a share, I would have been covered on the long side. Or if, you know, word came back that this drug was no good, it's not helping the people at all, it's terrible for Monkey Pox, and the stock plunged to $5, I'd have been protected on that side. So how I was able to navigate this situation was just by protecting myself, putting myself in a position to benefit from any movement. Now, of course, a lot of this decision making took place on the fly. Okay, so when Monday came and cooler heads prevailed, I just dumped it. I said, yo, just dump everything, reassess, see how the stock is doing, and then decide what you're going to do, which I decided to start playing it long again because it held up really well. And then over the weekend, people got to digest the information that came out. For instance, like I seen on Stock Twist, this guy posted and said, oh, the FDA said this. And my reply to him was what was in the very next sentence. Another lesson is, okay, I dropped this video on the 29th. When I recorded that video, I rushed to put that video out. It's because I thought things were going to take off that afternoon. It didn't happen until about a week later. You started seeing news reports or Biden came out and made this declaration that this is a health emergency. You know, and also New York joined California and San Francisco, I believe, declaring these states of emergency. So it took some time for my thesis to play out. So you have to be patient, and this is why you have to deal with risk management and say, hey, this is what my theory is. This is what I'm willing to invest in my theory, and I'm going to give it this amount of time. Okay? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. The title of this video was Siga Remix, or Siga the 25 to Life Remix. I still think we're going to touch 25. We may even double that. We'll see. We'll see. Pay close attention to it. Revisit my other video. Look at some of the other Monkey Pox plays. Let's get this money. This is your brother in trading and investing, signing off. Peace.